Well, happy Friday, everyone. It's February, so are you ready for some snow? I'm Chris Brown. It's time for your weekend review from ClarkCountyToday.com. Clark County continues to deal with a measles outbreak. Public health officials now say 42 cases have been confirmed. They're investigating 7 other possible cases. One local family's trip to Hawaii became a stay at the hotel vacation after their children came down with measles. And earlier this week, Washington Governor Jay Inslee declared a state public health emergency, which frees up additional resources to respond to the outbreak. By the way, I don't have measles, just the common cold. This week, we heard from the Clark College women's softball team fed up with damage to their field on campus caused by homeless people. They said things have gotten much worse this summer after Vancouver police chased the homeless out of downtown after the opening of the new Vancouver waterfront park. Their batting cages were recently destroyed and they had other things broken or stolen. The college says they are aware of the issue and taking steps to hopefully address it. The Columbia River High School community has been part of the Miller family for decades. This week, we shared their story, how Andi and Jamie Miller met in the 1990s, how they became inseparable, how Andi played basketball for Coach David Long, and now, all those years later, their son plays basketball at Columbia River for Coach Long. Columbia River was also the place for Jamie's funeral. Cancer took her too soon, but the family keeps moving forward, chasing down dreams with the help of the Columbia River community. Check out Paul Valencia's moving story and a video interview at ClarkCountyToday.com. Last week, we told you Battleground resident George Regis had vanished after taking off from Camas Airport in his single-engine plane. Sadly, Regis crashed on the south side of Mount Hood. The wreckage and his body were recovered earlier this week. The 63-year-old had just gotten his pilot's license about 2 years ago. The cause of the crash is still under investigation. The Prevent Coalition hosted a panel of community leaders and experts here this week to discuss the ever-rising trend of vaping amongst Clark County youth. Vaping products such as Juuls have become a major issue for the coalition after 2 million middle and high school students were surveyed in 2016 saying they used one or more vapor products. Now, new science and data was provided by the panel about the negative health effects of vaping, along with a law enforcement and intervention angle provided by school resource officers and high school intervention specialists. Several students even joined the conversation, providing a first-person view of the pressure to try the popular new addiction. This week, we also took a look at the future of housing in Clark County. You might be surprised to find out 49% of new detached single-family homes built in the Portland metro area in the past year were right here in Clark County, and that trend is expected to continue with the cost of lots skyrocketing south of the Columbia River. Developers see Clark County as one of the few remaining affordable areas to build. With more inventory coming online, analysts expect housing prices will be fairly steady in Clark County this year. In sports, the Class 4A and 3A Greater St. Helens League finished their regular seasons in boys and girls basketball. The highlights: the Union boys went 20-0 for the first time in program history. The Prairie girls, meanwhile, won their 22nd consecutive league title. Pretty impressive stuff. And that's a quick look at some of the stories you'll find right now at ClarkCountyToday.com. We have a lot more coming too, so be sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to see when stories are posted and be part of the conversation. You can also send your story ideas to news@ClarkCountyToday.com. For all of us here at ClarkCountyToday.com, I'm Chris Brown. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great Super Bowl weekend. We'll see you next week.